Welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make smash burgers. Guaranteed this recipe will blow any burger you get in a restaurant out of the water. I'll walk you through the whole process. I'll show you how to make the patties, I'll show you how to make the sauce, I'll show you how to make the bacon topping, and I'll also show you how I like to make oven baked fries using the russet potatoes. So right now I have all my ingredients together. Alright, so let's jump right into it. Alright, so you want to take your russet potato and you just want to cut it like you're going to cut it in the fries. You cut it any shape you want. I like using russet potatoes because they have a good amount of natural sugars and they're high in starch, so it makes them get a lot crispier in the oven. If you wanted to, you could let them soak in cold water for about a half an hour, help to crisp them up even more. Alright, so once I have them cut up, then I just add a little bit of oil, kosher salt, coarse black pepper, some garlic powder, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. You don't have to add the cayenne pepper, I just like it. And you just want to toss it really well. So it'll look like that when you're done. And you want to make sure they're all coated evenly. And I like to heat my oven to 425 degrees. What I do is I leave my cast iron pan in there while it heats up so the cast iron pan is nice and hot. I just want a little bit more oil in the cast iron pan, and then I'll just pour the potatoes in there. And I just want to separate them so they're not touching each other. Then you get a nice brown all the way around. Well, halfway through the cooking process, we'll take a spatula and we'll flip them over. So they're going to look like that. And we'll put them back in the oven. And those will stay in the oven for about 25-30 minutes. So I like to get the ingredients you're going to need for the bacon jam is diced onions, chopped garlic, brown sugar, a little bit of butter, some chopped jalapeno if you like, and some diced bacon. So you just want to get a sharp knife and you just want to dice your bacon. The colder your bacon is, the easier it is to slice. Then you want to cut your jalapeno. You can slice it, dice it, whatever you want to do. I like to just slice it. Alright, so we'll go to the stove now, we'll get this started. And while that's cooking, we'll move on to our next step. Alright, so now you want to add your butter. And you want to add your bacon. Once it's cooked down about that far, then I want to add my onions, jalapenos, and you just want to mix those. Alright, now you want to just let that cook on medium until the onions get nice and translucent. Okay, about 6 or 7 minutes after being on medium, the bacon will start to crisp a little bit. Now you want to add your garlic. You could always drain the bacon fat if you wanted to, but then you're giving a flavor. I don't get that. I don't eat this that often, so I'd rather have all the flavor. Alright, so at this point then you're going to take your brown sugar. You're just going to add your brown sugar. You just want to mix that around. Then you're going to turn it down to low. Pretty much as low as you can get it. And then just let that sugar melt. You don't want to go too far because the sugar will melt to your pan and you never get it clean. Okay, so after about 2 or 3 minutes, then I just turn the heat all the way off. Now just set this aside. Should look something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and check on our potatoes. They're browning up nice. They've been in about 12 minutes. I'll just give them a nice flip. Look at that nice color. Those are beautiful. Another 5 minutes, those will be done. Alright, so I have my 80-20 ground beef here. And what you want to do is you just want to portion it in out to about 3 ounces. It's probably the best size for a smash burger. That way you get 6 ounces per burger. Alright, so now that you have them portioned out, so I started with a 1.25 pound hamburger, 20 ounces of beef, so a little more than 3 ounces per burger. Now we're just going to set these aside and we'll get our griddle nice and hot. So I turned the griddle on a little earlier. But before we go and make the burgers, I'm going to show you how to make the sauce real quick. Alright, so the sauce is super easy, super quick. Well, you just need a couple ingredients most people already have. You just need some ketchup, a tablespoon of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, about a tablespoon of pickle juice, red hot, use as much as you want. I like to go a little heavy on the red hot. Just think it gives that extra flavor. And then just a little bit of garlic powder. And then just mix that together until it's fully incorporated. Alright, so then what we get is just this nice pink sauce. You set that to the side. Alright, so for the burgers themselves, you want to get your griddle nice and hot. You want to take each of these balls. I'm going to do forks. I'm going to make 2 burgers. You want to let them sit for a second. At this time, you kind of want to heat up your spatula a little bit. That helps for it to not stick. You can always also use parchment paper, but I think this works just fine. And you can buy one of those nice burger smashers, but I think just the regular spatula just works just fine. So you want to flatten them out as well as you can. Alright, so after a minute or two, you want to definitely scrape down. Make sure you get all that crisp at the bottom. I'm going to just flip them over. Oh, that's beautiful. Then as soon as I flip them, I do 1 piece of cheddar and 1 piece of American. So it gives a nice little contrast. Alright, so once you get to this point, you want to just scrape down, take them off. You want to stack them on top of each other. Now we'll go ahead and assemble them. Alright, so as I like to assemble them, I like to toast the buns. Put the bun down. I'll put some sauce on the bottom bun. Not a ton. Throw some sauce on the bottom bun. Then I like to take and I like to put the lettuce on top of that. The reason why I do that is because then the lettuce will catch the juice from the burger and the bottom bun won't get as soggy. Alright, so then I take the burgers, I put them on top like that. I put a tomato, slice of onion. I like extra jalapenos on mine, so I'll put more jalapenos. And then I'll take that beautiful bacon. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to put another bit of sauce on the top bun. Then I'll take some of that bacon jam. Put it right on there. Now, if you don't have time to make the bacon jam, you could just do. If you don't have time to make the bacon jam, you could just do bacon slices. But the bacon jam is kind of worth the effort. Alright. We have that. Then we'll go over and I'll bring in our fries. And we have these beautiful fries that we cooked in the oven. Gorgeous. Ooh, it's a little bit hot. So I just put some on a plate. There we go. Beautiful. There you have my version of a smash burger. Look at that. I'll put that up against any Five Guys. Recipe takes a little doing, but I think in the long run it's definitely worth it. The bacon jam just gives it that extra kick and that extra sweetness that I think we're looking for. So, I'm Shane. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Until next time.